Mic test. 1 2 1 2. Mic test.
And good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is game number 3 of our Stallion Teens 17 and under division. And we are still here at the AYSN Sports Center in Domingo, San Juan City for the continued coverage of the Stallion Teens. Justin Almeida here on the broadcast, giving you the action from the sidelines. And for game number 3, we are featuring two teams that have the same record, 3-3, both 50%. But coming from different backgrounds, as Auto-Gard winning 3 of their last 4 games. So they are picking up the slack here as we enter the late stages of the elimination round. And on the other end, Charm, as Charm gets the first basket there by Josh Chua. So Charm on the other end, losing 2 of their last 3. So slumping, as they have been, they started the season quite well, but now losing 2 out of 3. But both these teams tied up with a 3-3 record, and the winner here at stake. What's at stake here is the winner here will get 3rd place, as there is a deadlock at 3-3 from seeds 3 to 6. And Joshua Chua on the other end gets the first basket for Auto-Gard, and Miguel Lim with that fast break layup to give Auto-Gard the lead. Let's take a look at the starters here for both teams. We have for Auto-Gard, Miguel Lim, who just made the basket, Earl Solis, Joshua Chua, Alfonso C, and Cedric Tan. Enzo C getting an offensive rebound and the stick back as well. He is one of the starters here for Charm. So we have Enzo C, Sander T, Josh Chua, Kid Lanete, and Yuto Sumeya. So let's talk about that previous loss of Charm in their previous game. It was against Gold Cross, and it was a 10-point loss, 55-65. And as you are seeing, there is still, Maddox Lim was not available in that ball game, and they committed 30 turnovers. Maddox Lim is their primary ball handler and their decision maker, and we are seeing him now on the bench, and he will come in for the second unit as Joshua Chua gets his 4th point of the ball game on that fast break layup. Now Lanete has the ball, gives it to the post to Josh Chua, who gets hacked, and foul will be on the floor. No free throws for Josh Chua. So it's a little bit confusing here, but Josh Chua is playing for Charm, and on the other end, Joshua Chua is playing for Auto-Gard. Sander T with a play off the inbound from the baseline, and Sander T ties it all up at 6. Earl Solis kicks it to Miguel. Miguel with the floater. No good, but look at Joshua Chua get the offensive board. Loving the energy from the big man as he starts this ball game. So we're all tied at 6 apiece. That's a shot coming from number 25 of Auto-Gard. That was Cedric Tan. A little too strong on that jumper from the left. Kid Lanete tried to come up with a 3-pointer of his own. No good. That was Enzo C with the rebound. This time, no putback shot as Yuto Sumeya, behind the back dribble, lost the leather, kicks it out to Sander, to Enzo, and Josh Chua for the triple and swishes it in from the middle. Big man with a sweet stroke, regaining the lead for Charm, and he gets the steal, playing both ends of the floor. And he gets the end one this time, a 3-point play the hard way for Josh Chua. That's a 5-0 run, looking for 6 to start this first quarter. Joshua with a bonus free throw, and that is a bit short, but Enzo C with another offensive rebound. He has been active early on this game. You give it back to the big man in that painted area. The scoop shot from Josh is no good. Now it's Joshua Chua with the basketball. Miguel driving middle, great kick out, attracting 3 defenders and kicks it out to Joshua. Uses the glass, but could not get it to fall. Earl Solis with the dipsy do. And uses the glass. Gets his first 2 points off the ball game. Of course, Earl Solis had an amazing game last game against Tapamama with that 7-point victory. Let's take a look at the numbers here of Earl Solis. 24 points, 12 rebounds, 7 assists, and 6 steals. All-around performance by Earl, playing both ends of the floor as he's looking for back-to-back baskets. He got the layup earlier and now earning a trip to the line for 2 free throws. As we have a mandatory substitution here. Of course, we'd like to thank our sponsors, 10 Feet Vitamins, taller every day. For Celsius. Official sponsors of the Stallion teams. As Earl Solis goes to the line for those bonus free throws. Earl Solis on the first free throw, misses. And he gets the second one to fall down. Ram gives it to Maddox. Maddox was not available in the last game. It's nice to see him back here for his squad. Much needed victory now for Charm to regain that spot at third place. Joshua Chua not finding the range from the outside so far. Most of the damage being done in that painted area. Joshua Chua has 4 points to start this game, together with 2 rebounds. And he is the highest scorer for Auto-Gard. But on the other end, that was Josh Chua with the offensive rebound and just overcooks that layup. Solis looking for contact. No call by the referees as they save it into the wrong hands. Chua to Maddox. Swinging it around to Ang. Yuto Somea gives it to Maddox Lim. Overcooks that shot. Goes in and out. That's a pull-up 3. Pulling up for 3 was number 25, Cedric Tan. Rams heading up the offense. They give it back to Ram. To Yuto. He gives it to Luis Ang for 3. No good. Earl Solis decides to slow it down and gives it to Miguel Lim to set up the offense. As he crosses it through the half-court line. Goes through the defense and gives a pass to the interior. Missed shot coming from Colin Lee. As he makes his first appearance of the ball game. Another attempt coming from Liam Ang. Sorry, that's Liam rather. Liam Ang going 0 for 2 so far. Ooh, ball slips out of Earl Solis' hands and Somea with the pump fake. Getting his own miss. Getting 2 offensive rebounds. The power dribble. And it looks like there's... The ball's getting a bit slippery. A lot of sweat on that ball. And Joshua airmailing that 3-point shot. So after that high-scoring start in the first 5 minutes of the first quarter, the second unit has slowed down quite a bit. Joshua with a fadeaway J from the painted area doing damage. And that will force Charm to take a timeout as we are now all tied at 11. We'll be right back after this timeout brought to you by Kaukai. Back to the action here, last 2 minutes of the first quarter. Talaga swings it to Somea from downtown. Josh Chua once again. Look at that. Offensive rebound and the stick back. An energy play brought to you by Celsius. Josh Chua getting his 9th point of the game. Almost getting in double figures in our opening quarter. And more importantly, regaining the lead for the Black Shirts. Maddox Lim with the active hands. Trying to steal it from Colin Lee. Goes out of bounds and possession remaining with Auto-Gard. Screen set by Colin for Joshua. Miguel. Great pass to the outside. Earl Solis airmails that one again. Somea with the floater, no good. Colin Lee with a forward pass. Miguel in transition, and what a sidestep move, leaving the defender as he ties it up. 13 all. Looking for the quick answer on the other end, resulting into a turnover. Somea lost the handle of the leather. We are down to the last 50 seconds. Solis swings it to Joshua. Joshua to Miguel. Same move, drives inside. Sorry miss. Colin will draw the foul on Maddox Lim. Great up and under move. Get the defender to jump as he bit on the fake, drew some contact, and 2 free throws for Colin Lee. Everything almost similar here for these two teams. Both tied at 3rd place with a 3-3 record. And still tied at 13 here in the late first quarter. Colin Lee putting Auto-Gard in the driver's seat with this slim 1-point advantage. Liam. Cross-court pass to Ram. Ram will launch it from the left wing using the glass. I'm not sure if that was intentional. But nonetheless, he gives Charm the lead back. Joshua to Miguel. Miguel for 3. Trying to use the glass as well, but no good. 1 second left. They're not aware. Maddox Lim was not able to get a shot off, and that will end our quarter. Of course, this quarter brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins Taller Every Day. We'll be back for the Stallion Teen 17 and under, and more second quarter action in a few moments. Back to the start of the second quarter, and Auto-Gard with only 6 players showing up today. So the first 5 here in the second quarter is Miguel Lim, Joshua Chua, Earl Solis, Colin Lee, and number 15, Alfonso C. And on the other end, Charm, as we see Maddox Lim with an aggressive drive inside, a great move coming from Maddox. Yeah, Maddox Lim, Enzo C, Sander T, Kid Lanete, and Ram Talaga to complete the 5 here in the second quarter. Maddox still trying to warm up. A little bit short on that free throw. For Auto-Gard, Joshua Chua with 6 points. And for Charm, it's Josh Chua with 9. Inbound to Joshua. Sees some daylight and lets it go. But it is out of bounds and off the top of the rim. Possession back to the Black Shirts, and they have this 2-point lead. They got it at the end of that first quarter. Talaga, well, he was the reason why, as he hit a bank shot from the 3-point area. Lanete with a 2 dribble pull up and getting that perimeter jumper to fall, extending the lead to 4 right now, 18-14. Great move coming from Kid. Saw that hard closeout and decided to take it inside. Joshua Chua gets his own miss. Once again in that painted area. Colin Lee, another offensive board. And Enzo C securing that stop as he gets a defensive board. Talaga running and kicking it out to Lanete, looking for back-to-back 3 hits. With a near steal. It'll be off Lanete, and Auto-Gard with the ball. The Charm has been doing a lot of work in that painted area. They're getting a lot of offensive rebounds, so boxing out has to be the main point of emphasis here for Auto-Gard, as they have been manhandled in that painted area. Of course, Josh Chua of Charm has been getting those offensive boards and stickbacks, but he is not in the ball game right now. But Sander T making them pay for leaving him open. And now it has ballooned to the biggest lead of the ball game so far, 7 points. 7-point lead by the Black Shirts, and Joshua Chua trying to change that as he gets that swing step move into the layup off the glass. And a quick stop on the other end. Transition defense right back down for Charm. Fadeaway jumper coming from Joshua, no good. Maddox, nice pass inside, and the Kid Lanete draws the foul on Joshua. A little bit over aggressive there. Joshua Chua had the length over Kid Lanete. Didn't really have to commit contact. Lanete showing us the experience drawing the foul as he turned that play into his advantage. So far the free throws not in favor of Charm. They are, in my count, 0 for 4 from the charity stripe. Make that 0 for 5. Both teams not really shooting a high percentage. Charm with a little bit of an advantage, 29% compared to 24% for Auto-Gard. Solis hesitating on that 3, taking it closer with the pump fake and the step through. Great move coming from Earl Solis. quickly that 7-point lead. They trim it down to a single possession, 3 points. Ooh, shuffled his feet there was Ram and rushed his shot. And Joshua Chua runs it down to a 1-point lead. It's difficult to catch Joshua Chua downhill once he gets a full head of steam. It's going to be hard to stop him. Ram Talaga gives him a 3-point lead once again, and this time it will be Auto-Gard calling a timeout. Timeout brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins, and we'll be right back after a few moments. Just a quick break, a timeout coming from Auto-Gard as the lead is now up to 3 in favor of Charm. We got 6 minutes remaining here before halftime, and Earl Solis has the ball. Attacks the zone defense, drops it down low to Alfonso C. Great dish inside as he gets that drop pass and gets it to go from that painted area. First 2 points, I think, for Alfonso C. Sander T hit one earlier from that spot. This time they challenge him. As he misses, Miguel Lim losing the leather, but he recovers. Solis. Spin move from Miguel. Tough shot. Asking for the foul. He gets it to go, and they have the lead. That 7-point lead gone in a few minutes. Auto-Gard regaining the lead with a point. Lanete with the floater. Ooh, the bump. The hoop and the harm for Kid Lanete. It's going to be that mandatory 5-minute substitution here. Let's take this time to greet our sponsors here in the Stallion Teen 17 and Under Division. You got 10 Feet Vitamins, Uniled, Celsius, Nike Park Access, and of course Exped Charcoal Socks. It's only one player checking in for Auto-Gard. It's Colin Lee. The rest is the same. Miguel Lim also takes a breather here. And for Charm, you have Maddox Lim back, Joshua Chua, and Yuto Sumeya. The new guys on the floor. Tried to go for that quick early offense. Yuto Sumeya missing on the layup. Solis going one-on-one. Dishes it down low. Joshua for 3, and it's good. They take the lead here, 27-25. Maddox trying to look for Josh inside, but they give it to Yuto. Yuto missing on that floater. Gotta drive it hard inside. Joshua. Cross-court pass to Earl. Really looks like there's some sweat on that ball Players having a hard time catching the leather. Enzo C gives it to Ram. Ram not aware. Ooh. Almost a steal by Tan. Just in the nick of time, protecting that ball. Nice pass coming from Josh Chua. High-low action given to Enzo C in that dunker spot. Now tied at 27. Let's look at the attention that Josh Chua gets when he's in that painted area. He had 3 defenders around him, leaving Enzo C open for that stick back. That's what happens when Josh Chua gets 9 points in the opening quarter. Colin Lee, over 3 defenders, grabs the board and gets the foul. Auto-Gard getting the stop, and they're bringing it to the other end. Maddox with the fake. Ooh, challenging the defender in Joshua. And what a move coming from Maddox Slim, brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. What an offensive play. Talaga with the defensive rebound, pushing the pace. 2-on-2. Make that 2-on-3. But doesn't need teammates as he takes it to the rack by himself and gets the end one. Energy play brought to you by Ram Talaga and of course Celsius. No bonus free throw for Ram, but lead now back to Charm as it is a 2-point lead. Earl Solis with a fast break layup to cut it down. Maddox to Yuto. And there you have Joshua Chua again, attracting the double team. Kicks it out to an open Maddox Lim. And that is an air ball for Maddox. And there was a 3-point shot coming from, I think that was Cedric Tan. Joshua Chua got the ball stripped away from him. Multiple attempts for Auto-Guard, but unable to convert. Sumaya with a quick conversion on the other end. Points from turnovers. Yuto Sumaya getting 2 points on that one. As we have 1 minute left before the halftime break. And it's a 2-possession lead. Solis looking for the ball screen. Uses it. Colin Lee setting up that one. There's going to be a foul called on Enzo C. A reach-in foul. So we are still away from the penalty situation. Auto-Guard is going to call a quick timeout here with under 50 seconds left. Once again, this is your Stallion Teens brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. We'll be back. Let's see what Coach Aaron Umlas will draw up here from the baseline inbound with under 50 seconds remaining. They do want to cut this deficit down. It is a 4-point lead for Charm. Joshua Chua popping out to the corner. Ooh, and stolen by Enzo C. Not what you want out of the timeout. You can see the frustration on the face of Coach Aaron Umlas. Talaga missing on that floater. This time attacking downhill once again. Joshua Chua with the easy deuce. And you have to stop him early. Samia pulling it back out. About 5-second or 4-second differential between game and shot clock. Enzo C getting another offensive rebound. Ram, they can hold it for the last shot, but Maddox decides to take it. Another offensive rebound. Still can't hit, and that's going to be it for the first half of action. 2-point lead, a very slim lead here for Charm as we enter the halftime break. And of course, this quarter brought to you once again by 10 Feet Vitamins, taller every day. And we'll be right back for the third quarter and some halftime stats and analysis. Yeah. Start of the second half here. We have Liam Ang, Maddox Slim, Joshua Chua, Kid Lanete, and Enzo C to start off the third quarter. So no more 5-minute substitution here. Let's see how they're going to shuffle their players. And for Auto-Gard, you have Colin Lee, Joshua Chua, Earl Solis, Miguel Lim, and Alfonso C to complete the 5. Take a look at some top performers here. For Charm, Josh Chua with 9, Enzo C with 6, and Sander T with 5. Adam Stem finally gets his first 3-pointer to fall as he extends it to 5. And look at Enzo C with 11 rebounds early in this game, together with Maddox Lim with 7. On the other end, for Auto-Gard, Joshua Chua with a game-high 15 points, Earl Solis with 7, and Miguel Lim with 6. Joshua Chua also getting 8 rebounds, and Alfonso C and Earl Solis with 7 rebounds as well. Everyone chipping in here in and crashing the boards for Auto-Gard. That's going to be a traveling violation called for steps. Well, Charm with a bit of an advantage here in terms of the outside shooting. 3 out of 15 and only 1 out of 9 for Auto-Gard. With the free throw shooting, still unable to hit from the charity stripe. 0 for 6 for Charm. And 50% for Auto-Gard, 2 out of 4. Miguel Lim tried to get the steal, a near steal, but slipped off his hands. Off the baseline inbound, they hit Kid Lanete in the corner. Maddox Lim draws the shooting foul as he goes to the line. He has now a total of 4 points here in the third quarter with just less than 2 minutes gone by. Hit a 3-point shot earlier and now going 2 for 2 from the free throw line, finding his shooting touch. Now 5 points here in the third quarter. Miguel Lim with a quick 3 from the right side. Colin Lee, offensive rebound, and he gets it to go. First basket of the second half here for Auto-Gard on an offensive rebound coming from Colin Lee. Liam Ang still can't find the bottom of the ring from the left side. Ooh. Joshua Chua is down and not sure if he's holding on to his... looks like he's just cramping up. So nothing too drastic here for Joshua Chua. Looked a bit scary because when he fell, he ended up grabbing onto something. But it's good to know that it's just a case of cramps here. Just need to stretch it out and hydrate a bit. Or who knows, maybe he came from another game earlier. Seems to be okay and just a quick recovery, and we may see him back in the ball game. Nonetheless, Auto-Gard trailing by 3 points with 7 minutes and 29 seconds remaining here in the third quarter. Ball back to Charm. Maddox Slim, a great start here in the second half. 5 points. All here in the third quarter. And to see really crashing those boards, but they turn it over, and Earl Solis makes them pay on the other end. Once again, Auto-Gard coming back as they were trailing by 7, and now they cut it down to 1. Feed it to the post to Josh Chua. If you want a high percentage shot, you got to feed the big man from the middle. Miguel Lim, he gets stripped by Maddox and he kicks the ball. Well, that was probably in their favor as it was going to be a fast break layup by Maddox. Stopping the easy 2 there was Miguel Lim with that kicking violation. I would say that was a smart play. And Josh Chua once again from that same spot. Lead back up to 5 for Charm. Miguel driving through the middle, challenging the big man. Alfonso C with another board, but stolen by Enzo. Kid Lanete all alone for the easy deuce. Easiest shot of Kid Lanete so far in this ball game. Lead back up to 7. We've seen this lead balloon up quickly, but it's happened twice where Auto-Gard comes back right away, but this time they extend it to 9. Eyes at the back of his head, Josh Chua with a nice dish to Enzo C. The score is now 46-37 with 5.5 remaining here in the third. So much needed timeout here for Auto-Gard, as Charm has now seen their biggest lead of the ball game here at 9. A couple of turnovers there, turning into quick points for the black shirts. And Coach Aaron Umlas, seeing enough and calling a timeout. Great answer off of that timeout. Earl Solis driving down the middle for that soft touch floater. So far, Joshua Chua, the leading scorer for Auto-Gard, is on the bench and still sitting down with a case of cramps. Earl Solis is trying to lead this team, but a missed layup coming from Alfonso C. Miscommunication between Enzo and Maddox, ending up with a turnover. Charm has that ability to extend the lead, but they can't keep it together. Plays like that can cost them. We've seen Charm lose a big lead, especially in their first game against Torch, where they were up by 20 or 21 points, and they went into overtime and lost it in the extra period. That has to be in their heads as Enzo C, another offensive rebound. That is 9 rebounds for Enzo C. Sorry, that is 14 rebounds for Enzo C. And that earns himself his 10th and 11th point after the bonus free throw, giving him a double-double performance in the mid stages of this third quarter. Earl Solis with the hezzy. Pass inside to Alfonso C, but a number of black shirts there diving for the loose ball and forcing that jump ball situation, but possession arrow staying with Auto-Gard. With only 1 second left on the shot clock. So just enough time for a catch and shoot or maybe an alley-oop. They give it to Alfonso, and he gets it to go. Throws up a prayer and he hits it. 41-49. Alfonso C. Maybe that can spark Auto-Gard here. Quick double team. Quick double team there on Maddox, but it was a reach-in foul. Now for Auto-Gard, they only have 5 players left. Joshua Chua on the bench. Not sure if he will be able to return. Not a lot of players on the other side as well. Only 8 available for Charm. Talaga Somea checking back in together with Sander T. Kick out pass to Maddox. Pump fake. Swings it to the other side, and they will run out of time. Shot clock violation here, and Auto-Gard getting the stop. Again, Lim kicks it out to Solis. They get it to Alfonso, and Colin with the jumper from the perimeter and misses. Under 3 minutes remaining here in the third. Sidestep move. Falls into the hands of Enzo. Enzo blows the layup. And Auto-Gard has been getting the stop so far. Real Solis diving inside, was able to draw contact once again and earning himself 2 free throws. Can he cut it down to a 6-point lead as he makes a trip to the line for 2? Solis gets the friendly roll on the first one. If you are a fan of Auto-Gard, you are seeing Joshua Chua warming up, trying to jog it off, maybe get some blood flow into that calf. Let's see if he can return in the fourth and final quarter. 6-point lead so far here by Charm. They went up by 10. But the stops here coming from Auto-Gard has been the reason why they are slowly inching closer. 2:25 left here in the third. Quick inbound from Joshua to Sander T, hitting his second triple of the game. That's a big shot as he extends it to 9. With Auto-Gard coming up with a 4-0 run, it gets answered by that triple. Nice drop pass inside. Earl Solis to Colin Lee for the stick back. And the fans and the parents of Auto-Gard gaining some momentum here, cheering on these boys as they inch closer. Joshua for 3. Hits the top of the board. Miguel gives it to Earl. Earl rejects the screen and finds Colin Lee once again. Second time. Same play, same result. And it's now down to 5. Samea to Chua. Back to Maddox. They swing the ball around. Talaga will launch it from 3. Oh, active hands by Auto-Gard once again. They deny the ball from Joshua. And we're going to take a quick timeout. Once again brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. We'll be right back. This time it's going to be Charm with a inbound play here. 11 seconds on the shot clock. They leave Sander T open, who has hit 2 3-pointers from that corner. Earl Solis with a 2-on-3 fast break. Once again, he finds a big man in that same spot. This time it's Alfonso C for the end one. Double-digit lead. Now down to single digits and down to a single possession. 52 to 50. Charm still in the lead. Just by a single basket. Cross-court pass to Ram. Yuto would have been big if that dropped. Earl sparking this comeback. Miguel gives it to Tan, and Tan will hit it. Cedric Tan giving the lead to Auto-Gard here with 10 seconds remaining in the third. Can Charm regain the lead? Ram at the pump fake. 4 seconds left. He's aware. Step through and the floater no good. And that's gonna be it for the third quarter of action, brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. 53 to 52. And that is not an error. Auto-Gard is in the lead. We'll be right back. If you just tuned in, Charm went up as big as 10 points in that third quarter, but losing the lead here with that three-pointer coming from Auto-Gard to give him this 1-point lead. And Joshua Chua is also back in the ball game. See him limping here as he did suffer cramps in that second quarter. But it has been Earl Solis carrying this Auto-Gard squad. So if you're Joshua Chua, you're just gonna have to pace yourself here, as they're gonna need you in the late stages. And just try to hang on and make yourself available. Miguel Lim gets the stop. Fast break on the other end. Lanete on his left, but he gets the basket. Maddox loses the leather and turns it over for the second time. It's a 3-point lead now for Auto-Gard, and Charm calling another timeout here with 1 minute and 12 seconds gone by. We'll be right back after this timeout, brought to you by 10 Feet Vitamins. 8 minutes and 48 seconds left. Only one basket scored here so far. And that basket by Auto-Gard. That was Miguel Lim's fast break after getting the stop. This time it's Auto-Gard getting some points from turnovers. Screen set by Earl Solis as Miguel Lim kicks it out. Solis popping outside and drives it inside, but gets rejected by Josh Chua. But that was team defense there as 3 black shirts swarming that shot by Auto-Gard. Josh Chua hooking his defender off the glass and couldn't get the friendly roll. A bit too strong on that shot. Well, Charm getting a bit cold here and still scoreless, starting from the late stages of the third quarter. Soft touch coming from Alfonso C. To no avail. 2-on-1 fast break. Maddox will go all the way for the layup. Much needed basket here as they have gone silent for about 3 minutes. Kick out to Earl. Earl with the spin cycle, but rejected by Enzo C. But they couldn't secure the rock. They turn it over again. Earl. Jumper. That's short. Maddox pulls it back. Lanete to a cutting Chua. Read by Solis as he gets the steal. Miguel Lim slows it down. He's going to have to cross it half court. He gets it across at the nick, just in the nick of time. Solis tried to feed the big man down low, but this time they read that pass. Maddox turns it over once again. Miguel Lim with some contact there, but no call, and Maddox goes back to back, having all points of Charm in this quarter, but more importantly, gaining this 1-point lead as Auto-Gard takes a timeout. This time it's Earl Solis cramping up a bit. We'll be right back. So now we have both teams with just 1 timeout left. So we are going all the way here. And Charm regaining the lead once again. Maddox Lim, 2 straight baskets to regain the lead for the black shirts. What a great way to make up for those 2 turnovers he committed earlier in the fourth as well. Get the stop on the other end. Great defense. Getting a hand on the shot. Chua finding Enzo C inside, and that high-low action successful once again. Josh Chua finding Enzo C for that point-blank shot. Solis gives it to Alfonso C. He hit one earlier with a second on the shot clock left. Gets another one to go. Enzo C, another basket, back-to-back baskets for Enzo C. He is putting on a show here today. 13 points and 15 rebounds for Enzo. They give it to him in that same spot. And the same result for Enzo. 15 points. Five minutes remaining, and it's a 5-point lead here for Charm. Enzo C really giving them this advantage. Solis started to go off the glass. Chua gives it to Maddox. Maddox inside to Enzo, and once again, 6 straight points for Enzo C. And he is cooking right now. Ball is now with Joshua. Joshua steps slower. You can feel it with those cramps on his, I believe it's his right calf. It's going to be Colin Lee this time coming in for Cedric Tan. There's only 5 seconds left on the shot clock. They give it to Solis. Solis has to create now through the middle. And a bailout play there coming from Earl Solis as he goes inside. And he is also feeling some fatigue here. Solis going to the line for 2. Making the first, but missing the second. Can they get the offensive board? But it's Enzo C. He's been doing it all game long. He gets another rebound. Doesn't matter if it's on the defensive or offensive end. Chua with the floater. Missing on that one. Auto-Gard has to convert right now. Third place at stake here. Joshua Chua with a triple. Maddox. Dish to Yuto. A sorry miss. But 3 black shirts there. Yuto Sumaya getting his own miss. Gets the deuce. Getting quite a comfortable lead at 8 points. Oh, that's going to be off Miguel Lim's foot. He turns it over and it's out of bounds. Chua gives it back to Maddox, to Yuto. Step through. Kick it out to Liam. Liam still a no-go. I believe it's going to be a jump ball situation. Possession arrow still pointing to the side of Auto-Gard. They're going to make a comeback. It's going to have to start right now. But they are reading that pass. And Solis already feeling the cramps here. Yuto Sumaya gets a basket and back to a 10-point lead. It's going to be officials timeout as they are checking on Earl Solis. Also feeling some cramps right now. So just running out of firepower here as Auto-Gard with only 6 players in attendance for today. The lead now up to 10 points. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back in a few moments. We are back to the action. 2.5 remaining. 10-point lead, 68-58 in favor of Charm. Solis driving down the middle. He gets hit on the arm And going back to the line, splitting his last free throws. Let's see if he can make both now. You can see him massaging his thigh. Went down with some cramps earlier. Hitting on the first one. Hitting both free throws. Still possible. 8-point lead for Charm. They got to take care of the basketball here. Previous game they did have 30 turnovers, missing their main point guard. And they're burning the shot clock. Yuto Sumia with 6 seconds left on the shot clock gets the floater to go down and bringing it back up to double digits. Solis going inside, the floater, that's no good. Liam with a 3-on-2 fast break, 3-on-1 rather. Enzo C getting it to go once again. 21 points for Enzo. What a great game. Enzo has 9 offensive rebounds. Colin Lee with a soft touch and he gets it to go. Doesn't lead, back down to 10. But time not on the side of Auto-Gard as they only have 75 seconds left. Charm dribbling the ball out and wasting some time. Pass inside to Enzo and he gets it to go again. 23 points for Enzo C and 18 rebounds. What a performance. That 19 rebounds. Oh, Solis from behind. Solis coming from the blind side, getting a steal on Maddox Lim. Turnovers has to be a point of emphasis here for Charm. Now, they only have 12 turnovers this game, so that's something that they have definitely improved on. Like we said earlier, they had 30 turnovers, and it looks like Charm is going to dribble this out. It's a 12-point lead with about 8-second differential in the game and shot clock. So Charm is going to take the third place spot momentarily. Maddox will take this last shot for 3 and that will be a shot clock violation with 7.5 seconds left. And a 12-point lead. That's going to be it. And Charm going up 4-3 while Auto-Gard goes 3-4. We're going to be back in a few moments for our interview of our 10 Feet Vitamins player of the game. Welcome, Stallion Teens fans. We are with our best player of the game coming from Charm, our 10 Feet Vitamins best player of the game, Enzo C, with great numbers, 23 points, 20 rebounds, 9 of them coming from the offensive end, 3 assists and 4 steals. And Enzo, do you know the gravity of the situation of this game that, you know, the winner here would get third place?
Yeah, our coach told us before the game that if you wanted to if you want to play tomorrow, we gotta win this game, you know. Yeah. So we have to give it all, give our best, yeah.
And I'm wondering what was the mindset for you personally coming into this game? Because you had 20 rebounds and 9 of them coming from the offensive end.
I just gave it all my all, you know, did my best, like what coach wants us to do, yeah.
Of course, it was a pleasure to watch you. You know, it's an outstanding performance. You hit big shots for your team. And since you are the player of the game, do you have any shout-outs?
To my teammates and to my parents, yeah. And to Jacob Goke and Milo Wong, they came here.
Alright, that's Enzo C, our 10 Feet Vitamins player of the game. Stay tuned because we are going to give you the finals of the Stallion Cup season number 6. We'll be right back.